What's up, world? Mystic Mike back again with another video. I just got done meditating and also got done taking a walk before that. But this is going to lead into what this video is talking about today, and it's all about making time for yourself. Allowing yourself to make time for yourself is crucial to stepping forward and figuring out things. Some of us are at places where we don't know where we need to go. We're working or we're prioritizing our time on all these other things that aren't a factor of us. And what I mean by that is, it's like we're dedicating our time to our family, or we're dedicating our time to our job. We're dedicating all of our time to other aspects. And then when we get home, we're distracting ourselves, or we're not giving that time to ourselves. Really, like being able to meditate or being able to just take a walk. And the reason why these things are important, and that's what it is for me. It could be different from you. But these things are important is because it clears our head and gets us out of our analytical mind, which is all about, building for the future or thinking about bills or what we're going to have for dinner. It gets us out of this part of our mind, and we're able to really calm that aspect of ourselves down. And when you're able to calm that aspect of yourself down, you're really able to get new perspective, new clarity in where you need to go. You'll really know what's working, and you'll really be able to figure out what's not working. And I feel like this is important, especially for the people who feel like they're ran down, or they don't have enough energy, or they have emotions that they can't process. It's very important to take this time. There's a reason why you're running into walls. And this goes into another aspect of the topic of the day is not forcing things. Don't feel like you need to force things into your life. If things are not presenting themselves, or if they're taking a lot of effort, I mean a lot of effort with little results, it's time to put that down for a second so you can evaluate situations, so you can regain your energy, so you can figure out what's your next move, what's your next step. And I feel like that's important because I forget to do this all the time, where it's like I'm really focused on going somewhere or achieving something, or um fulfilling something. It's like in far as work, where it's like I'll get in my mind and I'm just like working constantly. I'm figuring out new ways to better my business or plan something. And I need these escapes where it's like I need to just get away from all of it. Get away from that, that busy mind, my analytical mind, and allow myself to really process and focus on just reclaiming my energy sometimes. That's very beneficial because then I'll know what is next. And, kind of analogy that I'll use is it's like the Einstein theory, the Einstein analogy where, say you're trying to solve this big problem in your life, or trying to find this equation, the theory of relativity. And you could try so hard to force that equation to come up in your head. But as soon as you take yourself out of that energy and you get a different perspective, like you take a bike ride, or you go for a walk, or you meditate, you get the missing piece to your puzzle. You get that missing piece from that action. And there's a reason why we're being pushed to take that as well. There's a reason why you're hitting a wall in your theory, or you're hitting a wall in what you're trying to manifest. It's because it's time to put that down for a second so you can get the clarity you need to go forward, to have that missing puzzle piece in your business or wherever you're trying to manifest. There's a reason why these walls come up. And when these walls come up, most of the time, it's to take a different approach, or to take a step back into yourself, out of your external world and into your internal world, to really figure out what's the next step. Why are these things coming up? You need to be able to process these things. You need to be able to process emotions. And a lot of us don't tend to do this because we're always distracting ourselves with other things. When these feelings start to come up, we're distracting ourselves with work, or we're distracting ourselves with the show, or we're distracting ourselves with anything. You can distract yourself with a lot of things that don't put you in a space that actually gives you perspective, that actually makes you deal with emotions that are coming up, with feelings that are coming up. And not every day is going to be good. Not every day is going to be productive. But the days that aren't productive is really a reflection on going inward rather than trying to externally manifest things. It's all about going inward, discovering a new perspective, discovering a new avenue of yourself, and allowing yourself that space. Because a lot of us don't like that. That's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable when the noise starts to clear, or the fog in our head starts to clear, and then these emotions start coming up. Like, I'm not happy working, or I'm not happy with this avenue. We want to distract ourselves when that first comes up. But dive into these things, dive into yourself more, and you will find what is missing. You will find where you need to go next. And I'm not saying you'll find where you need to go in the long run, like what you need to shoot for, but you'll find what the next step is. And that's the important part of taking these steps back. It's kind of like solving a Rubik's Cube. And I don't know if anyone here has ever solved a Rubik's Cube, but just like the Rubik's Cube, there's a certain point you get into it where it feels like you're taking steps back, but you're actually solving your puzzle. You're actually completing the Rubik's Cube by breaking it up, by not having it all together, if that makes sense. And this is something you only know if you've ever done a Rubik's Cube, but you have to kind of ruin some of the sides of that Rubik's Cube so that every side can be complete. And that's the same with our life. That's the same when doing things and building for your future, building and striving for things. Sometimes it feels like you're taking steps back when really you're taking steps forward into yourself. Those are crucial steps. And it's the give and take. It's the yin and the yang. Yes, it's amazing to be able to focus on these external goals, these external accomplishments. But it's important when you realize that you're not getting anywhere with those, that you're hitting a wall. You can only be so productive in the day, and then you hit a wall. And when that wall comes in, you could still be productive, but it's more of a self-production, coming together and really clearing your mind and figuring out what is the next step, getting that clarity again on where you need to go. And I'm bringing this up because I just got done meditating. I just got done going for a walk, and that all fed into knowing what I was going to do for this video, what I'm going to do for the rest of my day, even potentially the rest of the week. I need to have those reflections back, where I break away from anything, and when I go for a walk, I'm not thinking about anything. It's a form of meditation as well. I'm not thinking about my job. I'm not thinking about, how I'm going to pay bills. It might start as that. But as I start to walk, all those thoughts start to go away. And all that's left is me, is where I need to go, is what I need to reclaim for myself to bring that happiness or that puzzle back into my life so I can be my best. So when I go back into my business, so that when I go back into, what I'm trying to build externally, I am filling my glass. I am there, if that makes sense to people. So those steps are important. And I just want to let everyone know that those steps are important. So when you do find yourself in this point where you feel like you're forcing some external strive or some external goal, it doesn't mean to just stop everything. It means and distract yourself with TV or something. It means to stop and take a stepward in. And that's going to look different for everyone here. You might need to go for a walk. You might need to clear your head. That's why they call it that, clearing your head. You need to clear your head in order to get new perspective, new clarity, new direction in your life. And those are essential moments to what you are striving for. we're always going to have these, and I know everyone knows what I'm talking about, where you're so focused, you're so driven on in your business or in your life or in your relationship on accomplishing goals. And then there gets to this point where it's kind of a plateau and you're not getting any results, or you're not, you're not getting the results you're looking for. And that's always a call to come back in, bring it back in, regather yourself, group up again with yourself and your team and just say, like, where are we going next? Like, what's the next step? Do I need to reflect? Do I need to, journal my emotions? All this stuff are possibilities. And whatever you're called to, whatever your intuition is telling you to do it. And you will retrieve your puzzle piece that you will need to accomplish that goal, to finish that project, to take the next step in your life. And I just wanted to come on and tell everybody that these are crucial parts to our development, and a crucial part to your path is taking those side steps. They might even feel like they're taking steps back at times, but they're really steps forward. Step forward into yourself. And that's all I wanted to say. I hope this helps somebody. I love you all, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Take care.